Hello everybody, Vikeshul here. I've got another deck guiding gameplay video coming out at you. So today's deck is Ahri Bard. I've got the deck code down in the description if you want to give the deck a try yourself. If you're just here for some gameplay footage, head on over to that game number 1 timestamp. Otherwise, let's get into the deck. Alright, so Ahri Bard is a very interesting elusive centered deck. It's kind of got some interesting gameplay mechanics that you're using. So it's recalls and chimes don't seem to synergize well if you think about it, because when you recall a unit, they lose any buffs they've got. But because of how powerful Ahri and her elusive attackers are, especially when Ahri's leveled up, the chimes actually do a lot of work for this deck. And so it actually, despite the anti-synergy it seems to think when you're kind of looking at the deck as a whole, the deck really works well. And so it's really strong right now. I'd say probably a tier 1 deck, at the very least high tier 2. And so what your goal is to get as many chimes, as many buffs into your deck as you can, and then start pounding away at your opponent's nexus with these elusive attackers. And so obviously Ahri levels up when she recalled 6 or more units, and so you're really looking to get to that point in the game to where she's leveled up, she becomes elusive, and then she now can go down the line of attackers, and when she attack strikes, she moves and recalls the next unit to her right, and then pulls them back into your hand. And so the idea is you get a bunch of elusive attackers, even some small ones, and you got one buffed up Ahri that goes down the line and just swings in, and your opponent just can't really deal with it. So you're kind of abusing the elusive mechanic, elusive keyword, and then also just utilizing these chimes, which are very, very strong in the meta right now. There's a lot of different bard decks going around, so that's kind of what the game plan is to kind of survive in the early mid game until you can get your elusive threats online on board to where your opponent just can't deal with them. So that's kind of the game plan. So Ahri is a 2-mana 2/2 with quick attack, and then her attack abilities, the first time I attack strike, swap me with the ally to my right, and then recall it. So this works really, really well with Dancing Droplet. So it's a 1-mana 1/1 elusive, and then when I'm recalled, draw 1. So this is how you're drawing through those chimes, is with these Dancing Droplets when it gets recalled. And so there's a little bit of synergy there with the Bard. So because those chimes are usually just randomly spread in your deck, you want to draw as many cards as you can to hopefully hit those buffs onto your units. And then Bard is a 4-mana 2/5. Plants those 3 random chimes per round if you've got 3 bards in your deck, which we do. And then his attack ability also plants 3 chimes on random cards. And he levels up when you've increased total stats of allies in player hand by 20 or more. So not too difficult to do this with Bard when you're drawing a lot of cards. So typically by the mid to late game, he's flipped pretty regularly. And then as far as units go, so very follower heavy deck. We run 3 of Bird the Bellringer, 1-mana 2/1, plants a chime on top card of your deck. So this is an excellent card, even in a non-chime deck. This is just such a great 1-drop. And so because it's on the top card of your deck, you're guaranteed to draw it the next turn. So that's excellent for you. 3 of Dancing Droplet, 1-mana 1/1 with elusive, and then like we said, recalled, draws 1. So this is a really good card. You want to recall this as much as you can to start drawing cards. It's perfect for Ahri as her, on her right, and you can also use things like Navori Conspirator to pull it back into your hand, or even things like Homecoming. And so this actually works as a pretty good chump blocker to use for things like a Homecoming. We also run 3 of the Mourned, 1-mana 2/1 with elusive, and then Nexus Strike recalls me. So she got an auto recall built into her kit whenever she attacks, and so typically you want to have these going where they're not going to get blocked by anything, obviously, so you can get that recall effect. We run 3 of Esmus Breath of the World, 2-mana 0/2 with elusive, and then just like Bird, it plants a chime on top of your deck and has a good support ability. Grant my support ally +1/+1. So you can think of playing this to buff up Ahri, and then now Ahri's got that +3/+3 instead of +2/+2 attack and power and health. So this is a good card just to kind of keep your things out of ping range. Like you can play it on Dancing Droplet, get it up to 2/2, so now it doesn't die to 1-mana ping, or excuse me, 1 damage pings. So very flexible, and of course playing those chimes is really nice, and it is elusive. So really good card in this deck. We also run 3 of Navori Conspirator, 2-mana 2/2 with elusive, and then to play me, recall an ally. So you typically want to do that on Dancing Droplet. Even things like Bellringer and Esmus can be good, because then you can replay them and get their effect again. Navori Highwayman, 2-mana 1/2, and then when summoned, summon a Navori Brigand with my stats. So this is a really kind of a fun little card you can play in this deck to get some good blockers. So you obviously want to get a bunch of chimes on this guy in your hand, and then when you summon it, it summons with a copy with the same stats. So if you can get this up to like a 3/4, for instance, and then you got 2/3/4s for 2 mana. So really mana efficient card once you get some chimes on it. So that's kind of what you're looking for this card, is just some chump blockers, really, is what you're doing. You also run 2 of Shadow Assassin, 3 mana, 2/1 with Elusive, then when summoned, draw 1. So Elusive card, bonus, and then draws a card. Really good. And we also run 2 of Sai'nen Thousand-Tailed. So 6 mana, 3/5 with ability, when I'm summoned, draw 2 and give all allies +1/+1 this round. So this is an excellent card in any Bard deck, because not only does it buff your board, but it's also drawing 2 cards. So works really well once you got a nice wide board. Plop the Sai'nen down. Also draws into more chimes and more cards for you. Alright, and then as far as spells goes, we run 2 of Ionian Telstones. So 1 mana burst speed. You can either create a health pot, homecoming, or stand united. So typically what you're wanting to do is get some of those homecomings into your hand. That's typically the usage of this, but sometimes you want a health pot, and occasionally that stand united can be good. So very flexible. So you're paying that 1 mana to have that flexibility, but it's really nice to have that extra homecoming. And then we also run 2 of Recall, 1 mana fast speed, recall an ally. So again, you can use it on Dancing Droplet. You can use it to save one of your units before it gets, if your opponent's pinging it or killing it. 2 of Nopeify, stop a fast or slow spell that costs 3 or less. So good deny target here, or good deny card, excuse me, for cheap. 3 of Twin Disciplines, give an ally 2 attack or 3 health this round. So very flexible, again, very good for pumping up Ahri, for instance, or keeping her alive. 2 denies we run, again, similar to Nopeify, but this also can stop any skills, or even whatever cost, whereas Nopeify is restricted to 3 or less and does not stop skills. And then we also run 2 of Homecoming by itself. So recall an ally landmark or unit to recall an enemy unit or landmark. So really good to pair this with Dancing Droplet to get some draw whenever you're doing this. Alright, so the general game plan, the general kind of the mulligan phase, what you're looking for is to get your early units. So you want Bird Bell Ringer, Dancing Droplet's good, Esmus is good. Assuming you have Dancing Droplet, Navori is good, and then you want Ahri. You don't want to necessarily to play her early unless it's a very safe deck where a deck doesn't have pings or anything like that, or lacks interaction. But you do want to have her in your hand to start getting those chimes on her, getting those buffs going. So you want to get, obviously, your early game units first, get those chime generators first, get some Dancing Droplets going, and then you'll want to get the Ahri going once it's safe. And so you want to make sure you have like a Twin Disciplines or something like a recall even, or a homecoming, just to keep her safe before you put her down. That's really what you're trying to do, because Ahri's your game winner. Your game plan is built entirely around her flipping to where then she can kind of wipe the board with her level 2 attack. Alright, so that's going to do it for the intro part of the video. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, up against Zira Relief. Toss these back. This could be good for blockers. We can get some chimes on them. Okay. Alright, definitely want to get some big highwaymen. Alright, definitely will do that, for sure. That's totally fine with me. Even if I don't get to buff anything with Esmus. Okay. Now that we got that, I think I'll go with this, actually. Go with this here. Get in for 3 before we can play another unit. Okay. Alright. Nice. Hit the highwayman. That's really awesome.
Spin it round, throw it down.
Go and block there. Go ahead and get the highwayman down now, since they're both 3/4s. Okay. Go ahead and pass here. I guess we can start with the droplet here. See what opponent wants to do. Okay.
Those pockets look awful heavy.
Wow. Get in for 9, that seems good. I think I'm going to hold up the mana here. Hold up deny as well. Got him down pretty low, which is good. The good thing about his recalls is they actually help us. I think I'll skip that. I don't think we're worried too much about 1 damage there. Okay, that's fine with me.
Spin it round, throw it down.
Okay. I'll let him get in for a little bit. No harm taking some damage here. Block this. Okay, we'll pass for now. I want to keep this because we're getting some chimes guaranteed here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this here.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys.
Okay, still got deny as well. No reason to attack with these. Going down to 1. Do we go for this? Let's try to recall this. Alright, got him down to 1. I'll go ahead and keep this in hand. Alright, nice. We got him. GG. Alright. Up against scouts. Okay, we can keep the highwayman just as blockers here. Maybe keep Bard. That's a good blocker too. Alright.
Hello, new best friend.
Alright, yeah, let's just trade here. So we could trade with this one. Oh, nice, he's not even going to do that. Okay. get some draw in here. Okay, so no sharp sight, so we can go ahead and attack in. Okay.
No prey, no pay.
I do want to do a homecoming. I guess I'll go. It doesn't really matter. We'll let him get in for the one, but we're definitely doing a homecoming here. Okay.
I'm trying to feed my family.
Oops. All right. And he whiffs, but he does kill those kills. So I guess that worked for him. So I guess that was the downside of playing it this way, huh? Okay. Bell ringer down.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
Guess I can get Bard down too. If he's got sharp sight, that's fine with me. I could just attack him with this, since this doesn't block well into anything with he's got misfortune. Okay. Okay. There's Ahri, nice.
Every wave is a
Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for us. Man, that was a good hit for him. Getting the Waking Sands here. Kill that.
Time for a leap of faith.
Okay, Ahri's up to 5, nice. He's almost leveled up.
My shield is yours. A slight adjustment.
Alright, we'll get Ahri down. She can block well. Goes for that, interesting.
Protect and strike. Less is motion. Hide and seek, huh?
Like that, I think that's fine with me. And then I'll recall Bard here. Because even a sharp sight's not that big a deal. Ahri still lives with 1. Going down to 8. Okay, so this thing lives. So does Ahri. Okay. Alright, we can go ahead and get Ahri leveled up here, I think.
Stay safe. I'll take it.
I am a hunter. I am Vastaya. Too slow.
If we go with a rally, we can deny it as well. That should be lethal here. Got protection. Should be good. Nice. GG. Alright. Against Ziggs Talia. Alright. We keep one droplet. Keep the rest of this. Nice. Got Ahri. Got a bunch of Chimes stuff. Looking solid so far. Okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and pass here. And I think we'll do Droplet into Ahri. Oh, nice, okay. Go Ahri here. You could have quicksand. But if that's the case, I mean, okay. Could just do Ahri's Charm then. That's fine with me. Might as well do this, honestly. Then we can do that as, don't want to do that. Actually, I can use Homecoming next turn anyways, so we'll just go for this here. Okay. Alright. Got a recall too. Nice.
You gotta see this new board. Little busy now, Sammy. Later.
Could actually just do Homecoming right now. Deny this and put that back in his hand. Actually seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and get Esmus down. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. All right. Let's go with this here. Could have again the quicksand. All right, he's got quicksand. So that's actually fine because this doesn't kill Ahri, so I'm just gonna recall this. Honestly, seems fine to me. Go ahead and get some more Chimes down. Alright. quicksand out of the way. Alright, I'll go ahead and block here. Okay. Some chimes going. Okay, I think I'll wait for this. Alright, he's at 3-6. Could play this now, but I'm just gonna pass. In case we draw any chimes here. I wanna make sure we have a unit. Okay, there's Bard. Nice. Alright, yeah, I say let's go ahead and get Bard down, huh? Okay. There's Talia. Okay, so it stuns that one, which is totally fine. Let's go ahead and get Droplet down. Okay, hit another one. Okay. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I think we probably want to do this. Let's recall this. Actually, you know, we probably want to do it on this, honestly. Yeah, let's go with this one. Alright, so Bard's now leveled up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this again. Let's go ahead and do this here. I guess it's not that great. Where do we put this guy? I guess I'll do that. Guess I could have put this over here to get an extra attack in, but I don't think we're gonna lethal no matter what we did that turn. Okay. Alright, we got homecomings, we got denies, so I think we should be okay. Okay. It's kind of elusive, which is interesting. Okay, let's go with... We'll do homecoming onto this guy here. Do this here. Seems good to me. Nice, we got him. Alright, GG. Alright. Up against... Oh man. Darius, Draven, LeBlanc. Okay. keep the mourned.
Nature is not mourned.
Let her get in for a little bit here.
Reporting in?
Break the silence.
Okay.
Need a second.
Hide for a moment. Run forever. The hunter approaches.
They've successed me.
Alright.
Time for a leap of faith.
Okay. See what opponent does here.
Time to make an appearance.
Alright. We'll get our droplet down. Get in for 3. Could play the homecoming. It's very easy for him to have a ping, right? But I think we kind of have to do that. We have to play like he doesn't have Vital Feast, I think. And if he does, then yeah, we're kind of fucked. Okay. Alright, got some chimes there, nice. Can get Ahri going here.
I go where the winds blow. For now.
Alright.
I know the way.
I do want to get the highwaymen down. I guess just like some chump blockers. So we can get some chimes going.
Is it fear that stays your mind? Too slow.
Alright, definitely gonna have to get down the highwaymen here. At least Ahri's almost flipped. More is nice.
No one's the wiser.
Okay. I guess it means I might as well do this, huh?
My search is over.
Alright, Ahri is now leveled up. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of damage here, though. Gonna have to try to block as much as we can. Okay. Guess we'll just get another one of these down.
What a treat.
Okay, ready.
This'll shake up the hunter.
Alright, got a block there.
Feed my family.
One block there.
For the public.
there. We do have health pot if he's got like decimate, right? Alright. I mean, I've got another one of these. I could just block one more thing, just to be safe.
Don't want any trouble.
Going to 5, that seems fine with me. Shouldn't they put LeBlanc second? Seems like she would have benefited from being towards the end, but maybe it doesn't matter. I guess we're getting 2 down no matter what anyways. Okay. Guess I'm going like this. And this way this is no longer pingable. See what opponent can do here. We do have health pot. Okay, nice. Got him. GG. Get there. Excellent. Okay, so that is Ahri Bard. One of the stronger decks in the meta right now. A little bit difficult to play. You know, you got to do a little bit of thinking. You want to make sure you're protecting your units, but overall, very powerful. You know, a lot of people think there's some anti-synergy with the chimes and the recalling, but you know, these elusive attackers are just so strong overall that it's definitely worth it to play all the recalls with the Bard chime package. So overall, really strong deck. I think one of the top ones in the meta right now. Definitely tier 1 or very least high tier 2. Alright, so that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Take care.